Optimistics in it, God. Shit. Ho got a hell of a grip. There's never a problem till niggas is ballin' and bitches they
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy JRob447 back at it again with some NBA 2K16 gameplay, and you guys have asked for it. You guys wanted to see part 2. So here it is, just for y'all, part 2 of the Chino Hills versus LeBron James team, St. Vincent St. Mary. Can the Ball brothers dethrone King James? Now, when I was playing, I said that Chino Hills definitely can beat this team. But now, as I played the simulation, you guys will have to see for yourself. I'm not playing this at all. But the one thing I ran into this game, you're gonna see a lot. Well, not a lot of, because I cut it out. I tried to, put the play styles to what they actually were, and it still didn't work out for the Chino Hills team, as you will see. Like, Onyeka Okongwu is pretty much there to get rebounds and get putbacks. He doesn't do much. Don't know why he's on the perimeter. There's only a few people that go on the perimeter on this team, and that are the Ball brothers. Elijah Scott, occasionally he could kick out for 3, but for the rest of them, no. And in this game, Onyeka Okongwu took 5 threes. Now, if you take 5 threes and put that to any of the Ball brothers, trust me, they're making at least 2 of those. So guess what? That's 6 points. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried to get this as accurate as possible, and it still wasn't really accurate. But you guys will see for yourself. And that's Lonzo Ball making his first free throw. So the game is 1-2 so far in the first quarter. And Lonzo make his second free throw. And if you guys do not know, the name of this roster is Chino Hills. Just look it up. And the teams you have to pick to get the teams are the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics. I picked the Boston Celtics because their uniforms are closest, and the Chino Hills, they're the Huskies. And I remember that the Toronto Raptors, their throwbacks are the Husky uniform, so that's why I picked them. So the score is 2-9. Chino Hills not looking so hot, but LiAngelo Ball gets open and knocks down a jumper. Also, one thing I couldn't replicate was to bring the line in some. So, threes would be the actual threes. I can't do that. Imagine if 2K had like a little high school mode, or where you could like alter the 3-point line in a few games. That would be pretty cool, but knowing 2K, they probably wouldn't do that. So, the score is 12-8. with 7 seconds left, but I believe that's Cameron Shelton knocking down a shot. So Chino Hills is only down by 2 with 1 second left, and the first half is at the end, and you guys see Chino Hills losing by 2 against St. Vincent St. Mary. Not a good look at all, but they're hanging in there. Honestly, LeBron, he's playing really good this game. I put playthrough star, and another thing with this game is Chino Cotton should be like at least a 70. That's it. I put him at a 76. It's rated way too high. He's not good. You saw the More Than a Game documentary. The coach even said it. He's not very good. But Onyeka Okongwu, he's pretty good for his position, because if you guys don't know, he's rated in the top 25 for all freshmen. And this is one thing Onyeka Okongwu doesn't do. He doesn't do that. He don't work like that. He don't. Don't know why this game does that, but you guys see LeBron James missing the shot, and Chino Cotton's right there to put it back up. Now you see what Chino doing. That's exactly what Onyeka Okongwu would do. Alright, but you guys see Elijah Scott knocking down a jumper, making it a 6-point game with about 2 minutes left to go. So Braun gets it on the elbow. He's going to pass it to Chino Cotton, and Chino Cotton knocks down a shot that Chino Cotton would never make in a game. Okay, in any game. So LeBron James dribbling the ball up, gets it taken away by LiAngelo, and LiAngelo gets blocked, but he's there to get his own rebound and gets the layup to go. So with 8 seconds left in the second quarter, it's a 6-point ball game with St. Vincent St. Mary up by 6, and that is Romeo Travis knocking down a jump shot, and that's pretty much going to end it. I don't think Chino Hill's going to get a shot off. Nope, they don't. So the score is 26-18 going into halftime. Chino Hill's not playing to the best ability at all, and Lonzo Ball is very quiet. You see, I simulated the game like y'all want, and this is not coming out like it should be. But to be honest with you, if it did come out like it should be, we all know who would win. Okay, we all know who would win. Chino Hills, baby. come on, let's be honest. Chino Hills never shoots 28% from the field. That is unheard of from Chino Hills. Never would they shoot that. This is a team that puts up 100 points in a high school game. That's crazy. And Onyeka Okongwu doing some other shit. You guys see, he never shoots threes. Never. But he knocks down a three right there. So that's just stupid. But Andre Ball, he's got some range, but he misses that one, and Onyeka Okongwu is right there to clean it up to get the 2 points to go. So Chino Hills down by 3 in the third quarter, showing some life. But LeBron James doing what he does, doing what he did in high school. Very, very, very reminiscent of his young self. He would take you to the rack and probably dunk on you, so you might need to get out the way fast. And you guys see Chino Hills down by 5, but Cameron Shelton knocked down the 3, making it a 2-point game with 1 minute left in the third quarter. So Chino Hills fighting to get back into this game, and Romeo Travis is gonna hit a little. He's gonna get the and one. I thought that was Romeo Travis who shot it, but I think it was actually Willie McGee. So I stand corrected, but once again, Onyeka Okongwu, he doesn't do that. He doesn't shoot threes. 2K. Why? Just because he's a trailer and open doesn't mean he has to shoot the 3, because there was a lot of points in this game that Lonzo Ball was open and he didn't shoot it. And I put this team's tendency to shoot at will, because technically this team does shoot at will. That's what they do. So you guys see Chino Hills is going to be going into the fourth quarter, losing by 4, 41-37. Ooh, St. Vincent, St. Mary, they're putting on a show today. Onyeka Okongwu, I don't know what. That is the only problem with this. Not the only problem, but one of the hugest problems with this game right now. That it really is. So Onyeka Okongwu gets the ball in the post. He's gonna pass it off to LiAngelo, who misses, but Onyeka Okongwu's right there. Now that's what Onyeka does. He gets rebounds and puts the ball back up. That's what he does, and that's what he's best at. So LeBron's going to pass to Romeo Travis, who knocks down the 3, making it a 5-point game with 3:41 left to go in the third quarter. So that is Elijah Scott with the ball. He's going to pass it to his man, LiAngelo, and LiAngelo's going to pull up, and he knocks down a jumper, making it a 3-point game with 2:14 to go. So Chino Hills has to do something quick, and LaMelo misses it, but LiAngelo is right there to get the bucket to go. It's almost as if Lonzo is not playing. Like, this doesn't make any sense, but Bron, just using his size, gets that layup to go. So with 1 minute left, Chino Hills down by 5. So they pass it to LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is going to find Lonzo Ball for 3. Been so quiet this game, but Lonzo comes in clutch. So the score is 50-52, and Chino Hills gets the rebound. So LaMelo Ball, he's bringing the ball up. They have one timeout, and that is Lonzo knocking down the shot. Lonzo once again coming up in the clutch. You guys see 2 clutch shots back to back, and that shot ties the game up. So with 16 seconds left, St. Vincent St. Mary have the ball in their court, and Sheon Cotton's going to inbound it to LeBron James, guarded heavily by LiAngelo Ball. So the clock is ticking. We're down to 10 seconds here. LeBron James dribbling the ball at the top of the key. He's ISOing right now. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. LeBron pulls up, and it is not good. So this game's going to go to overtime, baby. That's right. I said it. Overtime. So as we get into the overtime period, Corey Jones already getting blocked because, he's trash. But LeBron James knocking down a shot, baseline. So the score is 54-52. And I'm sorry for the recording. This is the best I could do because my Elgato was messing up yet again like it always does. And LeBron with a nasty finish, making it a 56-52 game. But Chino Hills did score. So that is Lonzo finding Onyeka Okongwu right there for the layup. And Lonzo, he has been getting a lot of assists, so that's one thing I can't knock, because Lonzo does get a lot of assists. But Bron, oh my gosh. So that puts the game to a 58-56 deficit, and I don't think LeBron should have got continuation on that call. That was BS. There was no way he should have got continuation, but it's whatever. Chino Hills down by 4, and LeBron has a chance to put them up by 5, and he does put his team up by 5. I don't think he should have got continuation though. That was BS. And we had the Chino Hills had to start fouling, and Yeah, that's why the score is looking like it is right now. They're down by 6 points with 5 seconds left. LeBron James at the line, and he's going to knock down his second free throw. So, Chino Hills, this game is pretty much done for them. LiAngelo's going to pass to LaMelo. LaMelo's going to make the three, but that's really not going to mean much because this game is over. But it was an exciting game throughout. They went to OT, baby. I knew this game was going to be close because these are two juggernaut teams, and one of these teams doesn't recruit because one of these teams is public school. So also keep that in mind. Also keep in mind Onyeka Okongwu shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. But typical LeBron numbers, typical Romeo Travis numbers, Shion Cotton doesn't do that. Drew Joyce would do better. Corey Jones would do better. Willie McGee would do a little bit better. Brandon Williams, he's trash. Yeah. Everybody else on the Celtics didn't play. But we look, Elijah Scott, he would have done a little bit better. Andre Ball, nah. Cameron Shelton, that's pretty much his numbers right there. LiAngelo would have done a little bit better. Same with LaMelo. And as for Lonzo, he would have done better. But look at Onyeka. That's cheese right there. But anyway, this has been another J-Rod video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.